السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Let's continue with our talk about the Day of Judgment. How is it so far, Ruben?
I'll be honest, it's been very, very insightful. I wish I brought some brothers that I've.
Did you think there is so much detail in the Quran that at the end of the day, we have to understand Allah make it very clear. No? There's no things hidden. No all the questions that we're going to be asked has been informed to us. There's no surprises, right? And yet people are still very negligent of our life in this world.
You know what? Now that you give us this knowledge, and we know, we can't say, "Oh Allah, I didn't know."
Yep.
We'll be like,
If you accept Allah, you will know,
You
inshallah.
don't put the count even more now. Thank you.
Yeah.
The thing that we'll be going to, what's it, the cubicle?
The An-Najwa,
An-Najwa,
the cubicle, yeah. That.
Is it that we see Allah? Do we see Allah?
No, we will never see Allah. We only see Allah when?
He reveals.
When? But only those in Jannah can see Him.
But because is it that what do we see? Like, do we just do we see anything?
You see something in which, because the Sahaba was asking, how clear is Allah? What was the answer?
Was that Allah's just light?
Yeah, can you see in the desert, right, in Saudi? Can you see the moon when it's bright? Yes, you can see Allah like that. It's as clear as that. So we do not know. Something is so beautiful.
Wait, when the moon?
Not as clear as the moon.
Yeah.
Not something vague and something that is very blurry and all this.
When you miss prayer and you make up a lot of sunnah prayer,
Yes.
that will make up the prayer that
Inshallah, because of the hadith, right? What was the hadith about this?
Allah and the angels are walking, but like they were looking over the square.
Judging somebody who died, and Allah asked the angels, right? How was his obligatory prayers?
And then the angels said, "Oh, he missed some."
Yes.
And then Allah asked, "How was his voluntary prayers?"
Yes.
And then the
Angels
said
said-
that he did some voluntary prayers,
Yeah.
and Allah just said something like that.
No, Allah said to make a.
That's what you told me.
No.
Because I remember he said, "Oh, don't worry."
Did I say that? No, Allah will say patch up the missing obligatory prayers with the sunnah prayers. Yes.
Because most of the time, when I go to the doctor's surgery,
Yeah.
we go on the way to pray there, and we don't have to run to go back to the masjid and miss
Yeah, the thing is that you do not need to go to the mosque. You just need to pray at the hall, corridor, whatever. In UK, there's always place to pray, inshallah. Anyway,
One
can
time
pray.
I was in Canary Wharf. Yeah, this is some ghetto story. I was in Canary Wharf.
You couldn't see a free road on the road.
No, yeah, I have done that, but not this instance. I was in Canary Wharf, yeah. And Canary Wharf, I don't know any masjid in Canary Wharf. Then the closest masjid to Canary Wharf was probably like East London, somewhere in East London. And I was like driving around, I was like, and then some old lady came up to me. This was crazy. It was like, she was like, "Oh, I need to go to this house. Do you know this road?" She came up with a piece of paper, no phone, no nothing. I was like, "Woman, I need to pray." And she was a Christian lady. She was like, "May Jesus reward you." And I was in my car. I drove to this road, got to the road.
You drove to this road.
I was looking around. It was raining. Yeah. It was raining. There's some old brand new old man. It's alright, man. And then it was raining. I was like, "Oh, what am I gonna pray?" And then in the corner, I just remember seeing like a door just do this. And this was different. It was very fancy apartments. You know how Canary Wharf with East London, they're kind of like
Yeah.
transforming. And I was like, nah. I got out of the car, I went inside, and then it was just the bottom of the stairs of an apartment complex. But there was no one around. And also, you definitely needed a security key or something. But it was just open for me.
Yeah.
And then the second door, once I get in, everything's open. I was like, no way. It wasn't the cleanest, I'll be honest. I didn't have to show anything to cover or put up. But I said, listen, at the end of the day, the world is your prayer mat.
Yes.
I literally prayed.
Your world is a prayer mat.
Yeah, as in you can pray anywhere.
No. Yeah.
Technically, you can pray anywhere, as long as it's at the
Not prayer mat, but
Yeah.
the whole world is meant for you to pray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just prayed there, and then and that's like the fifth instance that's happened.
Yeah.
Every time I'm desperate
Yeah.
because of something
Yeah.
always pops up. in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, very interesting story, man.
Yeah, because there's a few things happen in our retreats, right? For example, there's one we were in a place where there's no place to pray, and then suddenly somebody, this is Aiden or so, who asked a hotel and asked,
What, in Scotland?
no, well, one of those, can't
Was it
remember.
Scotland?
We
Yeah,
were,
in
we were
Scotland.
driving back
Going back on the way
and we stopped to look for
to eat, whatever, to look for a place
at
to
the
pray.
service station. We went into like a hotel in the service station and asked them, can we pray? And yeah, they just gave us like a huge like storage room.
Yeah, they just give you just need to ask.
Yeah, but I haven't touched
Anywhere.
When we went to,
Yes,
I
anywhere.
remember when we went to that cafe,
That's what I was telling
and we
you.
went and it had like paintings everywhere.
Yeah,
And
the
near the
the Queen's Balmoral. Yeah. We were with Balmoral Castle, and we just asked them to give us a permission to give a nice place to pray in the room.
And they give them.
Yeah.
Ah, so,
Okay. So anyway, let's go through before the time flies. So we talked about just now about the questions, 4 questions that be asked by Allah, right? After the salah, wealth, health, youth, and knowledge. Allah's given us, yeah. And then after that, yeah, we'll be asked, for example, that we talked just now about how the body parts will talk. Yeah. So for example, in Surah number An-Nur 24, verse number 24, Allah said, "Yawma tashhadu alayhim alsinatuhum wa aydihim wa arjuluhum bima kanu ya'malun." On the day when their tongues, their hands, and their feet will bear witness against them as to their actions. Did you know this as a Christian? In a sense that when you talk, that everything will be nothing at all. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because why I'm asking, because what I'm sure in the sense that all the older books in terms of Islam, they will say something about this more detailed, but it's just been changed and it's been, cut and paste and all this. All right. So it is important to understand that everything will talk on the day of judgment as a witness for you or against you. So it's something you cannot deny. On the day of judgment, a person will say, right, I do not need any witness except myself. What happened? Then Allah said, okay, you will not be wronged. So this person, the mouth will be sealed. Yeah, the mouth will always talk, lied for you, always lie. Isn't it true? Our mouth is be sealed and all the body parts will talk. So you will be your own witness. Yeah. Now, you will be asked also. So because the topic for today is what test will be facing, yeah, on the day of judgment. Again, coming to Surah number 41, verse number 21. 41:21. وَقَالُوا لِجُلُودِهِمْ لِمَا شَهِدْتُمْ عَلَيْنَا قَالُوا أَنطَقَنَا اللَّهُ الَّذِي أَنطَقَ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ وَهُوَ خَلَقَكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ وَإِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. They will say to their skin, why did you bear witness against us? They will say, Allah caused us, so the skin will reply, yeah? Allah has caused us to speak as He caused all things to speak. So on the day of judgment, when you think that you can lie, your skin will bear witness against you. And this is quite interesting that nothing will be left unturned on the day of judgment. Yeah? Is it fair? Of course, because in this life, people are lying, right?
Yes.
In terms of many things, right? You lie on your CV. You didn't connect. You are supposed to speak French, and you speak French, right?
I was talking about that yesterday. I showed my CV to my brother, like, I'll scrap this part, we'll just add something else. What do you mean add something else? I don't have anything else. He said, no, we can make something. I said, bro, we were eating the I said, no, what do you mean make something else? That's lying. He said, bro, how do you want to get a job? I said, bro, okay, let's talk right now, yeah. And then the point was that there's so many instances. I even also started that someone asked for help to get some housing, but they need me to lie for them and be the landlord to get the payment. I said, I'm not doing it like I do that, but I need it. I said, what hellfire is still what?
Precisely.
But the point is, a lot of people though, I think, it's because it's going to benefit you. So I'm very black and white, and people call me black, and people call me strict. But
it's true.
A lie is a lie.
Lie is a lie.
And that's
right?
What in that. But that's sorry. I just want to add
it's quite important because, for example, right? If simple things as signing for a passport, right? As a referee, you have to know that one of the criteria, you need to know the person for 3 years.
Yes.
And people ask me, I will say no, because I don't only for 1 year or a few months. And I won't lie, because it's a huge thing, because you're bearing witness that this is falsehood, that you are helping others seemingly, but you're lying at the end of the
course
day.
you lie.
This will be judged for you on the day of judgment. As I said, nothing will be left
Yeah.
undone. You will forget, but Allah will never forget, because everything will talk on the day of judgment. Yeah, the angels are ready to write your sins for you.
Without white
Right.
lie or black lie.
Yes, besides a lie is a lie. Yeah, you have to really be very careful. Yeah.
It's so common for Muslims to lie or CVs. They happen to do it. So many of them do
It's
it.
just because it's got to a point where I think that accountability they don't have it. So it's just normal for them to just, because a white lie to them is just, it's not harmful. But as I said, the angels will write everything.
Yeah.
And they don't think about it like that. But
Because I think at the end of the day, right, Gulfran, you and me and everybody, I was always saying that Islam is all about fasting, is all about praying, is all about Hajj. You forgot it's a way of life. As I said, nothing will be left unturned. We will be judged every single thing that we remember. That what is the surah number 99? Al Zalzala. Remember Al Zalzala? Verse number 7 to 8.
starting.
The last two verses of Al Zalzala. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَن يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. Right? That whoever does a deed, a good deed equal to weight of atom shall see it. Whoever does equal evil deed equal to weight of an atom. Atom is very small. We shall see on the day of judgment. Yeah, there's different interpretations of this.
Because you know what, this is embarrassing. Because I actually mentioned that in the thing yesterday.
Yeah.
And it said mustard seed, but then in brackets it said the atom.
Yeah.
An ant, sorry.
Yeah. So it's all about, well, it's just the actual meaning is not important, but it is just small. How small it is, we'll see on the day of judgment, and we have to realize this, right? Even on the day of judgment, and I know later you're going to go through it, right? A person who enters Jannah must have zero sin, zero, not 0.1 sin left, completely sinless. Then you can enter Jannah. Is it possible? Almost impossible for all of us. That's why most of us require that we're going to talk about it, the intercession of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam especially. Yeah. So the next one, we will be asked those under our care. Gufran, you'll be asked about your children, whether you have equipped them with Islamic knowledge, right? You'll be asked about your wife, right? Whether she's seeking Islamic knowledge or whether she is, is she wearing hijab and all this. You'll be asked, 100%, right? This is your duty as a husband. Agreed, right? That to ensure, that the wife is not the one wearing trousers in the house.
Yes, you wear the trousers.
Agree, all right? It's quite important, to have control of this, because
Yes,
we ask, right? So hadith from Muslim and Bukhari Muslim, Prophet Muhammad said, every one of you is a guardian and every one of you will be asked about those in his care. The man is guardian of his family, he will be questioned about those in his care. The woman is guardian of her husband's house, and she will be questioned about those in her care. The servant is a guardian over his master's property and will be questioned for that in his care. Yeah. The next one, covenants. In Surah number 17, verse number 34, Allah said, "Wa ufu bil ahdi innal ahda kana mas'ula," and fulfill every covenant, where the covenant will be questioned about. Right. So, if you have a student's loan, right, and then you are supposed to pay, which is quite common, right, nowadays, yeah. And then one of the conditions is that you need not pay the student's loans if your salary is below 25,000, usually, right? That's the criteria. And then you deliberately find a job, not you, of course. You deliberately find a job that is 24,900 pounds,
199.
right? You'll be asked, Because what some clients of mine, right? I know there are so many clients I've gone and all this, who, who say to me, I cannot, I cannot live with my wife, officially say I live with my wife because she is under the single mother, for example, right? In which you will be taken away. And you still sleep in your wife's house, for example, in that thing, right? This is a covenant, right? Do you agree? Covenant means the contract that you sign with the council saying that you will not, you will only be living with you and your children, right? A lot of people are doing that. Do you agree? Right?
I also that they gave just so they can leave.
And again, as you said just now, right? You only gain in the dunya, but in the hereafter you'll be questioned about this a covenant. Yeah. If you're working, because what's that? Somebody was complaining to me about, well, they cannot, as a teacher, they cannot pray. No, they cannot pray Jum'ah because the previous people they took 2 hours to pray Jum'ah, right? So that one of the teachers before they prayed, then so everybody is banned from praying Jum'ah.
2 hours to pray.
Do you agree that it's 2 hours to pray Jum'ah? No, it's not.
But the Indonesians, they do that.
So this is a covenant that you have in your working. All of us who are working, you know, you have usually an employment contract. Agreed?
Yeah.
Right?
Alhamdulillah, I was closed on Jumu'ah, so.
Alhamdulillah. Right? Allah is helping you.
It's not you, it's not you.
So it's quite important, right?
Yeah.
Trade, you repair cars. Allah Barik, right? You are given this task and this salary, or let's say even you own this mechanic shop, for example, and they, which is quite common, people lie, isn't it true? When they want to, or what's it called, MOT, right?
Yeah.
And then everything they find and they must do this. Actually, it's nothing to be done, but because you want to get money, you do this. It's not uncommon. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And all this, if you ask all the day of judgment, as a dentist, I know some people, some of the dentist colleagues of mine, they would do things in which there's nothing wrong with the tooth, but because you want money, and then you will do things that gain you money.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll just be like, oh, I did this, and they just think you didn't do it. Like,
Yeah,
proper
yeah.
mapping.
So all this is under covenant
With insurance
that you
on
have.
your phone,
Sorry?
Smash in your phone and say that, I don't know.
That is broken as actually.
Yeah.
You get
That's
a new one.
also bad.
You have to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, my phone at the bottom, you know, the plug thing was not showing. I tried to camera this man.
Yeah.
And he tell me, say, it costs £150 to fix it. He said, when I go home and should take my time and should be in the thing, like, oh no, the phone would sit away down. And he tell me that from last year.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. So be
You not give
careful,
money for nothing.
especially for you who are in a service center. You're a tutor now, Allah Mubarak, right? So you have the duty to teach the students. Agreed? You know, some tutors are just there to earn money, right? They just do, okay, just do this, that's it, you know? And that is not enough. You're supposed to improve the grades with Allah's will, of course, of your students. And you need to be, this is your covenant, right? You got paid to improve the students' grades, inshallah.
Yeah, some teachers just give the students answers. They're too lazy, they just want to.
Yeah.
How do you know that? You've seen it?
Yeah, what made them do it? Like, listen to it.
So even the scholars or Islamic teachers have a duty to teach properly, right? With the corporal Quran Hadith. And if they don't do this and they just bopo, use a poor personal opinion, then you'll be questioned by Allah the day of judgment.
Yeah, because some of them say they don't care as long as they know they're getting paid, they don't matter if the student want to learn. I hear teachers say that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's quite interesting that people don't realize this. The covenants that you make are the things that you know that is a promise that you make to your employer or to your friends, whatever it is, right? If you tell your friends, okay, please lend me some money, right? I'm going to return to you. This is a covenant, right? On a certain date, and you didn't return at all. I know, not mentioning names, so it's not anywhere. Somebody owed me now still £7,000. Wow. Then just disappeared.
Wow.
Because subhanallah, right? Even that time I'm not much money. I was willing even to take out money from my credit card, because he was in need and all this. And then now just disappeared. Surely on the day of judgment, this is debt, right? It's worse, right? That you need to pay for this. But of course, we know from a hadith that if you forgive, inshallah, Allah will help you, inshallah, on the day of judgment. It's one of the best.
£7,000 worth of sabbath every day.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Yeah, you get 7. So you understand, right? Every time you let's say I borrowed money from Adam, and today's the last date, and I said, can please extend the date, and okay, 1 month. So for the whole month, let's say I borrowed from £1,000. 1 month you will get the reward of £1,000 in charity, sadaqah, because of your kindness. Okay. Now, then the presentation of record of good deeds or good or bad deeds, right? Which surah is this? In surah number, 18. No, sorry, surah number 69. Let's talk verse number 19 to 24 first. Yeah. Then as for him who will be given his record in his right hand, will say, take, read my record. Surely I did believe that I shall meet my account. So he shall be in a life well-pleasing in a lofty paradise, fruits in branches whereof will be low and near at hand. Eat and drink at ease for that which you have been sent before you in days past. This is the good people for all of us, inshallah. Right hand, right? Another one says 69 verse number 25 to 36. But as for him who will be given the record in his left hand, will say, I wish that I had not been given my record, that I had never known how my account is. I wish would that it had been my end or my death. My wealth has not availed me. My power and arguments to defend myself have gone from me. It will be said, seize him and fetter him, then throw him in a blazing fire, then fasten him with a chain thereof with the length of 70 cubits. Verily, he used not to believe in Allah, the most great, and urged not to the feeding of the al-miskin or the poor. So no friend has he on this day, nor any food except filth from the washing of wounds. Two choices or two different scenarios, right hand or left hand. There's another group, another surah, I think it surah number 84, verse number 10 to 14. It will be given from his back. Why from his back? Why was given food? The book was given from his back. You take it from his back. Why?
From the guys.
No, according to narrations, it was said that actually he's a person who was given on the left. He was so shy, or he was so embarrassed that he took the book. He took the book from the back.
As if you're taking money.
Yeah, the back, and then you got the book. Okay. Real. Okay. Questions? This is real, no? Right? That we will be given the book, right or left, of course, from Allah, but we have the decision to make now, right, to make sure that we get the book on the right hand, inshallah. Then it comes intercession. What is intercession? Is when, well, remember we talked just now, all of us when enter Jannah must have zero sin, but most of us will have sins that cannot be forgiven. Whose sins cannot be forgiven? Most of them, inshallah, either they did not fulfill the correct criteria of Allah's forgiveness. What do I say? There's two kinds of people whom we wrong, or two kinds of that we are wrong, wrongs of from Allah Himself, and when we wrong others, right? If we wrong Allah, it is up to Allah to forgive, but we know it's Allah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. He will forgive if we meet all the criteria, correct? Which is sincerity, regret, and we don't intention to do again, right? Allah will forgive us with His will. But most of us will fall into, especially with the social media, we fall in the category of the second one, that we have sins against others, including that has not been forgiven, or we have not fulfilled the obligations to return back anything, right? Which this one Allah cannot forgive. But remember a bankrupt person on their judgment, what happened? A bankrupt person, he has all the good deeds as high as the sky, but all these deeds have to go to others, because you talk bad about others or you tap against others, and all this have to go to others. Remember, especially in social media, you share wrong things, then there is a scandal, or there is not backbiting, but
Slam.
slander. Yeah, you get all your deeds will go to them, and it's finished. And then there's another group in which they're claiming their rights. Then their sins will go to you. So good deed, sins will finish, and then sins go up. And this is huge, the day of judgment. Yeah. So many of people would need intercession. So what is the story of intercession? The whole thing? Sorry.
So what does it go back to you were talking about on social media?
Sorry?
Let's say like you put comments on social media and like you just call a number. I would get forgiveness for that.
No.
Like you could just call a number.
Because this is against others. So let's say you took my pen from me, right? And then you do not remember that you borrowed from me, and I also forgot. Of course, I will forgive, but some people they don't forgive.
Yeah.
Then even though you don't remember, you'll be accountable on the day of judgment. It's quite important to know this, right? Even you take from people, let's say, remember when we eat, right? You pay for it sometimes, right? And then we have to transfer money to you. Not a single p less, we must transfer to you. If the food costs about £8.94p, you must pay £8.94p. Not even less. If less, that means you be accountable at their judgment. That serious, right? Very important to understand this. Intercession will start when all of us will go to Adam alayhi salam first. We will tell Adam, yeah, Adam, you are the first of Allah's creation, Allah created with his own hands. Help us, help us. What did he say?
He said, I can't help you.
I can't help you because I'm scared of Allah, because I disobeyed Allah. Not that he lied, I disobeyed Allah because he did not prostrate, he did not,
He ate apple from the tree.
yes, he did not obey Allah when Allah said to him, no, do not eat from the tree. Very simple. And he said, go away, go away. We go to Nuh alayhi salam. Nuh alayhi salam will say, and we say, Nuh, you're Allah's first messenger, help us. Then Nuh said, no, I can't because I question Allah regarding
His son.
his son. Right? I'm very scared of Allah myself, so go away, go away. We go to the next prophet, Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim said, no, I cannot. We say, yeah, Ibrahim, you're Allah's intimate friend, help us. Then he would say, no, I can't help you because I lied 3 times. Then we go to another prophet. Who was that? Musa alayhi salam. Musa said, no, I cannot help you because I killed a man. I myself scared of Allah. They go to the next prophet, Isa alayhi salam. Isa alayhi salam said, no, I can't. No reason was given. Perhaps he's scared that or many people were worshipping him. Right? And then he will say, I said, were for you guys.
Some are still wants.
So we go, in the end, we go to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? Who will gladly intercede for us. He will, with Allah's will, of course, he will go up to the highest platform and he will prostrate to Allah. He will be taught a glorification has never been taught before, and then he will intercede those whom he wills.
Sorry.
He will go to the highest level. Remember, what is the dua of the when you hear the adhan, Fauzi? When we hear the adhan, what do we say?
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة
Wasilat wal fadila.
وبعث مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته
Yes, please, ma'am. Sorry?
إنك
No, not the last one. Omit the last part. No. That's Indonesian style.
Okay, I'll done.
There are a lot of scholars, Salafi scholars especially, said no, not the last part, because you don't question Allah that whether he would not break his promise.
Okay, yeah.
Isn't that like part in the Quran?
It is, but not one from this hadith,
Okay.
right? So we need to be accurate in that, right? So that the dua, we should memorize it. Memorize it?
No, never heard it.
No, I don't have it.
Yeah.
When you hear the adhan, can you later forward to the group, yeah? Inshallah.
So I'm here in judgment. I've got really, this is very new to most of these things.
Okay, alhamdulillah, that's good.
Yeah.
So when we say this dua, Adam, what is the result? We are promised intercession. So in the dua it says simply that we are asking Allah to put Muhammad as the highest platform for him to intercede for us. Right? So he will ask Allah and Allah will give him permissions a few times. Permission, and then after that another time permission until he's satisfied, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? Yes.
Okay.
Would Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam know us, recognize by face, by name?
No.
He will.
Oh,
Yes.
How's it?
Crazy.
As Allah made him
No,
allow.
Allah, yeah, but like.
So remember when we say our salam in the tashahud, what happened?
The angel sent.
The angels will send, and he knows who said that. This is with Allah's will, right? That's why I told my neighbor, alhamdulillah, my brother watching me, he drives me back sometimes to the mosque. Then he was saying that, can you please say salam to Prophet for us? It's got common, right? Indonesians and all this, right? You do not need to do that. It's not sunnah. In fact, it's a bid'ah to do that. So you already say a salam and you say a tashahud, the whole thing, right? And it's quite important to understand this
Oh,
wisdom.
so that's why this is the same part when you go in the Prophet mosque and then you say salam to the Prophet. It's
Yes,
exactly the same thing, right?
exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So you do not need to be present there physically to say something. You are doing that in your tashahud. Yeah, it's very important. Then he recognizes us. He will recognize, inshallah, all of us. And remember, I said just now, he wants to meet all of us because he called us his beloved. Subhanallah. Yeah. So intercession is very important. Again, ayatul kursi. Yeah. Man dhalladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'ithni. Right? That nobody, Allah will, the intercession will come only upon Allah's will. If Muhammad want to intercede, Allah said no, because Allah is have the most knowledge, right? The all knower, then we will not get an intercession. So still, besides our love for Prophet, we must get into Allah's good book, inshallah. Yeah. Questions? A lot of things, right?
Yes.
Haven't finished yet, because this is the day of judgment, right?
It feels like it's coming near, man.
The next one is Al Kawthar. What is Al Kawthar?
That will quench our thirst.
It's a pond,
They drink.
right? According to some narrations, it is square in shape. The distance is from Yemen to Syria. It's huge, right? In the pond is cups as many as the stars you see in the sky. Yeah. What is the purpose of the pond?
They drink.
Quench our thirst.
Yeah. If you drink, inshallah,
Never thirst again.
and the Prophet Sallallahu himself will pass to us individually the cups to drink, and we will not feel thirsty ever. Yeah. But a group of people will be driven away. Who are these people?
Hypocrites.
No.
Uh,
The innovators.
only in the bitters.
Innovators. Your people. Some of them. No, I'm Singapore. Yeah.
This guy.
All the Yasins, for the deceased, right? All the things that all the taweez and all this that you wear, all these are innovators. You have to be careful. All the Jum'ah Mubarak and all this, to be careful, right? As sweet as it sound, right? Anything that is not taught to us in the Quran or authentic hadith, right? Or the Sahaba, right? Anything that is you do it without evidence is an innovation. Agree?
What about the Jamal Mubarak?
It's bitter.
Bid'ah that you shouldn't say Jummah Mubarak. According to others, I'm talking about on behalf of the Salafi scholars.
Yeah.
Yes,
I say that every Friday since I started it.
you did.
Yeah, in the group chat, I'll say.
Astaghfirullah. I think we should consider somebody being kicked out of the steps of Allah.
But where did the originate from?
From you guys.
Somebody.
I'm just joking. I do not know. Yeah.
Oh, I need to change that.
But in Singapore, I think Indonesia, we never say it,
Never,
I
because
think
they,
it's
Hamza, this is not our innovation. It's somebody else, which I do not know. Huh? Yeah, your South people always start all things. Sorry? Yeah. You say we never said it. I never heard until I came to this country.
I think
Right.
that didn't arrive to Indonesia.
Yeah, all the Maulids and all these kind of things, you have to be careful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Maulid arrived.
Sorry?
The Maulid came to Indonesia.
Maulids in Indonesia, they're 100%. All the holidays, one day holidays, and all the fireworks and all this, right? So do be careful, right, about innovations. There's no such thing as what do you call it, bid'ah hasana, a good innovation. Innovation is innovation. Why? Two things, right? Which surah in the Quran?
Baqarah.
Yes. Which one?
You mentioned it the other day.
I did many times. So first of all, more importantly, is when Allah mentioned Surah number 5, verse number 3. It was revealed after the last sermon from Prophet, right? Al-Yawma Akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaikum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam dinan. This day I have perfected your religion for you. I have completed my favors upon you. I have chosen Islam as your life. So Islam was complete. Right? It's not to you and me to do Yasin on the deceased. Thursday night you start Yasin in Indonesian. Thursday night they do this thing called what is it?
Which one?
Tahlil.
Oh, tahlil, yeah.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah in congregations. Yeah, it's quite severe. So all these are innovations, right? Without, I'm not even going to be shy from saying it's an innovation. You have to be very careful. There's no hadith at all. All these you guys are saying the Al-Fatiha. Somebody died, right?
Yeah.
Al-Fatiha and all this. It's not in any hadith. So you have to be careful, right? Remember Abid. Right? So we will just, subhanallah, guide all of us in the right path. Al-Kawthar, right? So we have to drink this. We have no choice
It's after the judging, right?
after the books and all this, right? I'm just saying according to
I'm
what
saying the
I
the
know.
stages of the judging where we.
Yeah, after the
things
books.
about Allah speaks to us like.
Yeah, after all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the next one will be the scales. Al-Mizan, your talk, right? How big is the size of Al-Mizan?
It's very big.
Weight scale.
Bigger than the heavens and the earth.
Wow.
One size in the hadith, right? So this is important, right? That we understand the importance of al-mizan, right? Which is the what do you call it? The balance of good and bad deeds. There are 5 groups of people. The first group will clear everything very fast, all the scales. I mean, we thought we were among one of them. Remember, 70,000 people. We were chosen by Allah. There's those without any accountability.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, but don't underestimate your American strength, right? You're much better than you think, inshallah, right? Don't think that, oh, I'm not good enough and all this. This is quite important because some people think that you're so worthless, dua is no good. Can please make dua for me, Sheikh? I need to make dua. Don't ask a Sheikh to make dua. You need to make dua first. Sorry?
That's sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not really, but sometimes when you can do it because you know that somebody's dua is always answered. Really, that's why when you go to Umrah, right? People ask you to make dua.
But that will lead to other things.
Of course. Yeah.
Are they up
So this is the first group. Second group, right, is when the the sins, the good deeds more than the bad deeds. Where would they go? When the good deeds are heavier than the bad deeds, where would they go?
Jannah.
They will proceed further to the next stage. Yeah. The next one is when the bad deeds heavier than the good deeds. Where would they go? Hellfire. The next one is when the good deeds are completely weightless. Who are these people? The disbelievers.
Right.
Weightless, isn't it true?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, so none of the bad deeds are good anyway. It's just literally does nothing.
Yeah, but the good deeds are also weightless. Which surah we're talking about? Al-Kahf, right? You subtract every Friday.
I know the verse. I don't know
Right.
the story.
So 18, can we go to the last page? I don't know which verse. The last page of 18.
The last verse.
Last page. The Quran.
What? Last, isn't it? What is this? What's this?
Okay, page 18.
Das, yes, bin das.
Yeah, it will be wrong. The page starts with ayah 98.
98.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, I've heard an explanation of this. Like when giving dawah to people about it's quite good. Where people are like, oh, so you think disbelievers won't get rewarded at all for any good deeds, and a lot of people like that aren't Muslim have like they struggle with that, the idea that like they see it as like unjust. But there's an explanation from I've forgotten which might be Shafi who said it. I'm not sure, but it's that like Allah will reward basically people in this life, in this
Yes.
year, but in the afterlife they don't get rewarded.
Yeah,
like,
so you're right,
they will
right?
get a reward.
So they get reward in
There's
this
a lot of
life,
chance.
but well, our purpose is to get reward in the hereafter, right? It's more important. A lot of people will suffer in this life, the Muslims especially with the trials and tests, but inshallah they will get much better life in the hereafter. Yeah. So verse number 103, right? Say, shall we tell you the greatest losers in respect of their deeds? Those whose efforts have been wasted in this life while they thought that they were acquiring good by their deeds, right? They are those. Oh, I've got not much battery left. There are those. Continue. You got a charger, please. There are those who deny the ayat of their Lord and the meeting with Him, so their works are in vain, and on the day of resurrection we shall assign no weight for them. This is most accurate, one of the more accurate verses about this. There's no weight. The fourth category of people, right? Okay. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Okay. What's the fifth category? So I repeat again, quickly, there's no accountability. Bad deeds is heavier than the good deeds, will be in hellfire. Good deeds behavior is go to the next stage, and then bad deeds. And then no weight. Last one? Last category?
Is it those who is it those who literally have no there's no way they can know about Islam at all?
No.
Equal? Or those who these are equal?
Yeah, 50-50.
Definitely.
50-50. Right? Where would they go?
The week.
Where?
What is that?
Is it that it
Well,
testified on?
The whole surah on them. Not the whole surah on them, but as in surah was named after that. Al-A'raf, right? Elevation. So they can see the people in hellfire, they can see people in paradise. And they always make dua that for the people in hellfire to give them water, whatever it is, and they make dua that people, Allah give them away, put them away from hellfire. They saw all this. Brothers, as long as we're not in Jannah, it's not guaranteed yet, agreed? We know in general they will enter Jannah. But way further in the future, we do not know after people enter Jannah. So it's not a good thing to be in this 50-50, right? So these are the five categories that we know from Al-Mizan. We also know that the heaviest good deeds will be La ilaha illallah. But make sure it's a proper La ilaha illallah. Not La ilaha illallah that you still go to the grave and you still have wear taweez, you still, there's a lot of people are doing that, right? Because they don't understand what is La ilaha illallah, right? Second heaviest will be good manners. Very important. Yeah, to make sure you are honest, also consider good manners. Yeah. Thirdly, these are heavy on the tongue, light on the heavy on the deed, the good deeds, but light on the tongue. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, Subhanallah azim. So make sure you say a lot on your tube. Don't need to scroll all your things, your games and all this. Right? Subhanallah azim, Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Right? So remember all this. Okay. Any questions? Still haven't finished yet, What time is it now?
5:52.
It shows like 6:05.
So fast. Okay, Sirat. The next stage, almost the last stage. Almost, not the last stage, the Sirat. What is the Sirat?
It's a bridge that's thinner than.
It's a bridge that is thinner than knife, thinner than hair, sharper than knife. And along the bridge will be hooks that will hook you or chop you into pieces if you fall into that category. Remember the games that you play sometimes?
Yeah. Why
are you smiling?
Okay. So Allah said, and this is quite important, wa im minkum illa wariduha kana ala rabbika hatman maqdiya. And there is not one of you but shall come to it. This is an unavoidable decree of your Lord. Everybody, whether it's believers, non-believers, will pass through this. 100%. Doesn't make sense that the non-believers don't pass and the believers went through all these tests. No, they will pass through this, just except to just go directly into the hellfire. Yeah, if they don't cross the bridge. This is one of the things that you cannot question. Oh, how is it possible to cross this bridge? Which is so thin, so sharp, right? There are a few groups of people, as you know. Some people will cross quick, like a lightning pass. Some people pass like a blinking eye, pass already. Some people will have to suffer and crawl on their legs and feet. Some people will fall, of course,
Follow up
in the hellfire inside. Yeah. So how? And of course, another important element, you need light. Be very dark. We as Ummah Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will pass first. Even the prophets, when they would see us passing the bridge, crossing the bridge, they would say, "Ya Allah, save us, save us." Right? So very is one of the worst, if not the worst test in the day of judgment is the sirat. Yeah, remember the poster of our talk today is a sirat, right? And one person fell down from the sirat. Yeah. So light. So how first of all speed, right? There's two things you need: speed and light. How to get the speed? According to the level of deeds and iman. How do you get light? Okay, the hypocrites, the light will be like your thumb, right? It goes on and off. Remember, it's complete darkness. Have you been to a place of complete darkness?
Yeah, my bedroom.
Come on.
No.
In the middle of the desert, this complete darkness, right? This is as it is. So, how do you get light now?
The moon.
No, what do you do? What your deeds?
This
How do you get light?
Is that you say a certain dua?
Yes, the dua in surah number, I think At-Tahrim, right? Verse number 66, verse number 8. Yeah. Rabbana atim lana nurana waghfir innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Yeah. Our Lord, keep perfect our light and grant us forgiveness. Verily, you are able to do all things. Yeah. 66:8. Next one, walking to the mosque in Fajr and Isha prayer. Correct? Hadith from Tirmidhi and Abu Dawud from Buraidah, may Allah be pleased with him, reported Prophet Muhammad said, "Convey glad tidings for those who walk to the mosque in the darkness, for they will be given full light on the day of resurrection." Remember, in those days, there's no electricity light; they will just walk, right? Sometimes they use torch or not; they just walk in the darkness. That's why in those days, if you read the Hadith, women need not wear hijab going to the Fajr because nobody can see them in the street. Yeah, because they cannot. That's how dark it is. Not like the Bangladeshis, Pakistanis. Fajr is about almost before sunrise. Can see everything, right? But it's quite dark in those days because some of them they don't wear hijab because it was very dark. Yeah. So this is the thing: walking to the mosque on Isha and Fajr prayers. Al-Kaf on Fridays. What happened? What is the hadith?
You get light from one Friday to the next.
No, that light is a hadith, yes, of course, Al-Kaf, but light mean in those days in this world means guidance. It's not physical light. It's not like, oh, suddenly you got light because you read Al-Kaf, right? It's guidance. But there's another hadith about Al-Kaf that you get the light from your house to the Kaaba. From your house to Kaaba. So if you live very near the Kaaba, just in the hotels in the clock tower, right? Just not much light. But from your house in London, inshallah, there's a lot of light. It's a hadith authentic, inshallah. Right? And of course, the dua going to what is dua going to the mosque? Allahumma ja'al fi qalbi nuran wa fi lisani nuran wa samiran, make the dua, yeah? Get light of your skin, bones, and everything. Yeah, and this is important, yeah, for light. So we have don't say we are not given hints or examples how to get that light. Everything in Islam is very clear. Agree?
Yes.
Are you based on this? Are you surprised there's so much detail on the day of judgment that we have to get this knowledge in order to know what to be asked, how to prepare ourselves? There's a lot of preparations, right? Because when we know what to expect, or lighten or need to do this, but think about light, speed. Okay, I mean, improve my iman and my good deeds, inshallah. A lot of things that need to be prepared for each stage of. That's why we go to this class in order to discuss about the things that is supposed to be expected from the Quran and authentic hadith.
So after the sort of bridge, is it bridge? It's very dark after that.
Yes.
Okay.
So after you cross the bridge, right, as we discussed now, you look. Some people, Ruben, will look down And then you will say, oh, I recognize these people, right? Ya Allah, save them, right? Allah with His will may save them with Allah's will, right? And then, what do you call it? After this, can we enter the gates of paradise?
Yes.
If we have something against others.
Oh.
If I didn't forgive others, Bilal, we will be brought to another bridge and we'll be asked, you want these amazing castles of yours? Or you still want to have these things between you? And inshallah, we forgive each other when we hold hands. But my point is, Fauzi, especially when you travel all the way, let's say from London to Indonesia, I think with transit is about at least 18 to 20 hours, correct? The last thing you want to do in Jakarta is to go to another place. You just want to sit in your home and just relax, right? You don't want to go to another place and be questioned by the authority for 4 hours and all this. And this is what happened, right? You clearly have all this 50,000 years, for example, of questions. Then you still want to have another bridge to go. Why don't you just forgive others, for example, right? Then you don't need to have all these questions, inshallah. Yeah?
I remember I asked you about this before. Is it between Muslims and non-Muslims? Like if you have a disagreement between them, you don't think with each other. But isn't that at this stage that the disbeliefs are all like in hellfire at this point?
In general, yes.
Yeah.
But we still have to forgive everybody, inshallah. Okay. Yes. Then after that we enter Jannah. So other things will happen, right? So for example, if I can remember, people some Muslims for whatever reasons they will be hellfire, right? And some will be saved. Agreed? By Allah, for example, and then they will be deep. Let's say they all burn and charred and all this. They will dip into the river of life and they will be rejuvenated. And on their forehead will be stamped, those saved by Allah. But of course, because when in Jannah, right, we will never make fun of people. Right? Look at this, punished. Precisely, right? No, we won't be there because in Jannah, all of us will be very noble and very, amazing characters, inshallah. Right? So everything will be safe until even those with only an atom worth of iman will be saved. Right? But you must not commit shirk. This is a difficult part for many people, Indonesians and all this, Afghans and all this, right? So much shirk sometimes, right? That completely no forgiveness. Remember, shirk is not just about worshipping an idol. It's thinking that, oh, I'm the one, I'm a doctor, I'm the one who saved lives, and that's a complete shirk, which is a lot of people have this kind of thing, right? I'm a lawyer, I'm this, I'm the one who this, I'm an architect, I'm the one who built this. That's a shirk, complete shirk. It's not a small one, it's major, you know? Yeah, according to your intention. Yeah. Now, so the last person will be saved, and after that, there's no more saving. Right? So whoever is going to be hellfire will always remain there forever, and the rest will enter paradise. What's the last stage of their judgment? No, that is in Jannah. That is a different talk completely. Still the day of judgment.
You have to go through the gates of Jannah. There's 52 gates or something.
No, Araf is finished. Right? What else? So that means that's it. No more say. What is the last stage? A ram. What is a ram?
Male sheep.
Like sheep, right? Of course you know, right? Barik. Your farm. How is the farm, okay?
There's the local mosque is come. They're there today. My wife is in America right now, and they're doing like a field trip basically, with like the weekend school of the so the kids are, like it's like they're looking at the sheep and going and walking and stuff.
It's good.
I'll send a video in the group chat.
Inshallah. Yeah.
You would love to see that.
Yeah,
Okay, a ram will appear.
Yeah, outside of Philadelphia, like an hour.
So is it quite easy to do that?
That conversation is
Usually, I don't
later,
know.
inshallah, because of the Isha time. All right. A ram will appear, right? And then Allah will ask Reuben, "O people of hellfire, do you recognize this?" And they said, "Yes, we recognize, or we know what is that." "O people of paradise, you recognize this?" And they said, "Yes, we recognize what is that." What is that?
Sacrifice.
Death. Death. We haven't died yet, right? We haven't seen what is death. There is death. And Allah will cut death. That means there's no more death. We'll cut this ram, we will sacrifice. And then Allah will say, all people of paradise, everlasting life without death. And all people of hellfire, everlasting life without there's no more death already. You will be punished in hellfire forever, and the punishment will not be lightened forever. Can you imagine?
Isn't it those who go to hellfire temporarily and then end up in Jannah?
Yeah, we discussed it now already. People will be
They'll
safe.
die after them purified.
Yeah, we'll be purified. When we put in the river of life.
That's when the ram thing happens.
Yeah.
That's why I said
This has been going on for 2 hours. Sorry, man.
that's why there is no more saving, I said just now, right? Everything will be safe, right? And this is important, right? So this is the whole story of the Day of Judgment. It's a huge lectures and very important all of us to understand everything in detail. And that's why when a Bedouin asks, Mata Sa'at, when is the hour? Prophet answered, do not ask when is the hour, but ask yourself whether you have prepared for the hour. Right? It's all about preparations that we do, and we have a choice in life. Is it true? Right? Whether you want to work, right, go front, and not attend lectures and not do your salah on time, right? Or you want to spend your time fulfilling the purpose of life, which is to worship Allah, to prepare for the Day of Judgment. It's very important that we make the right choice. The decision is up to you. Agreed? Right? So, Ruben, whether you want to have all these things, hours, and all this, and yet you cannot complete Iqra, for example, it's up to you. So, on the Day of Judgment, right, it's no excuse that you said, Ya Allah, I cannot read the Quran because I have no time. Agreed? You have time, you make sure that you will get special time or specific time to please Allah, especially reading the Quran. It's very important, right, to understand this topic today, because that is a time. That's why, right, the last verse was revealed, Surah 281, to end this talk. وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا تُرْجَعُونَ فِيهِ إِلَى اللَّهِ ثُمَّ تُوَفَّى كُلُّ نَفْسٍ مَا كَسَبَتْ وَهُمْ لَا يُظْلَمُونَ. Be afraid of the day when you shall be brought back to Allah. Then every person shall be paid for what he has earned, when they shall not be dealt with unjustly. Last question.
So before the ram's killed, the people of hellfire, the one with the stamps on the head, the ones that said, that's all done before the ram.
All in paradise really.
Okay.
Saved. Okay, interesting, right, Trey? That this is the whole thing. Islam is so clear. So it's up to us, with Allah's guidance, of course, to make the correct decision in life. Until we did, that's Allah said, "Wa'bud rabbaka hatta fa'tiyakal yaqin." Right? Worship your Lord until there comes to you a certainty, which is death. Yeah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to understand the deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow all of us to be guided completely in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide our family members in the right path. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps us about suffering in Sudan, in Palestine, in all parts of the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins and shortcomings. Grant Allah Jannatul Firdaus. Subhanaka wa la anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu rabbika wa bil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursalin alhamdulillahi alamin. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We see each other inshallah next week. Yes.
The need to roll to the mosque.
Yes. Don't steal.
Can you find me this same one?
And I know